Good morning. Beth Hetting, the Message Maestro, once again dropping into your LinkedIn feed to talk to you about your audience. On Thursdays, I run my weekly free, taking on board that word free, masterclass. And this week we're talking about where is your audience? And you can't really talk about where is your audience if you don't know who your audience is. So the two sort of dovetail together. And I wanted to talk to you about how important it is to know this piece of information, probably more so than a lot of other things. Because if you know who you're talking to and you know that they're really interested in what you have to say, or they need what you have to sell, or you are the solution to their problem, it takes your stress levels right down. Because you're not worrying then about, are they all judging me? Are they all looking at me? Do I look okay? Can they hear me? Will I remember everything? You see, the thing about standing up and speaking to a room full of people, whether that's 5 people, 500 or 5,000 people, is that you're there to serve them, not the other way around. It's your job to give them the information they need. And you can only do that if you know who is actually listening to what you have to say. So when you think about what you do, not what you are, what you do, that key message, for instance, for me, it's about speaking with confidence and clarity, upping your game as a public speaker, getting over the fear. Then I know if I'm talking to a room full of business owners, probably startups or scale ups, people looking for ways to grow their business, make more profit, then I know that they need what I have to say because I'm going to make their lives easier. They'd be daft not to listen to me because I can take a lot of those issues they have around their fear of public speaking or the stress levels and actually give them actions that they can take and can do that will reduce their stress. And it's the same for you. So if you're a therapist and you deal in maybe grief counseling or something very specific, then you need to be talking to an audience that are receptive to that. Because then comes the question, where are they? And that's the point. You can't wait for them to come to you. You have to go to them, especially online. No one's got the time to hunt you out. So you have to be the hunter. So you have to think about the age of your audience. Now, if you're dealing with younger, and I'm going to apologize now for not understanding the Gen Z, Gen whatever thing, but if you're dealing with anyone under 21, then you're looking at TikTok. That's where they are. Possibly watching YouTube, Instagram, but they may be using something completely different. And you have to figure out what that is. If you're dealing with really older generation, maybe my generation, YouTube is for me where I go to find things out. Pinterest, if I want some ideas. LinkedIn for business. Not so much on Facebook anymore. I'm past Facebook. I'm done with it. But there's a generation in the middle there who love Facebook. Equally, I have a high ticket program and I'm aiming at executive type end of, my audience is that end. So they're on LinkedIn. They're not necessarily on Facebook. Some of them might be, so I still post to Facebook. But they're going to be other businesses, maybe small startups, women who work from home, maybe people who have been made redundant, who are thinking of starting up, they're all on Facebook. So you have to find them. And that's when lives and groups and all the things that Facebook offer work really well. The other thing to consider is the way you put it across. Now, I'm a speaker, so there's no point in me writing reams and reams and reams of posts and blogs and articles. I do that. But most people want to see that I can speak with confidence and clarity, because why would I be teaching anybody else to do that if I couldn't do it myself? So my videos, my pop-ups, and I don't do lives very often because it's not part of my strategy. But you can see me, you can hear me. It creates a level of trust and engagement and emotional connection. And done well, we all know that video is far more engaging than reading a blog or an article. That's just the way life is. It's the way we humans are. So if you want to know more about this and you really want to understand about where your audience is, we are going to delve into this a lot deeper on Thursday at 9 o'clock. I'll put the link to register. Register so you get the replays. But seriously think about this. In all your other endeavors in marketing and advertising, they talk about the customer avatar, understanding who they are, where they are, what they're doing, all of that. Yet when it comes to speaking, we forget. But actually in speaking, it is just as important, if not more so, that you are speaking to the right people in a language they understand and where they're hanging out. You have to go to their party. No one's going to go, oh, let's go and find so-and-so, because they're not necessarily going to know you exist. You're the one who has to create the buzz. So think about that this week and join us on Thursday, and let's deep dive into that very issue about where your audience is. So until then, bye.